Josiana Fogelfeld, c'est juste un wapitan pour fêter avec chérie. Chérie, c'est anniversaire. Josiana Fogelfeld, mes jours là, Josiana fait fêter. Chérie, c'est anniversaire. Josiana Fogelfeld.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Senator Daphne Campbell's 60th birthday and fundraiser. I am Hudson Robillard. I'm a member of the host committee. I'm so delighted to be co-hosting with my very good friend, Mary Woodson.
Good evening.
I'm sure we all understand what the occasion is about. Before we move on further, I want to make sure I allow Marie to bring in the room the one and only that I call her, Senator Daphne Campbell. Let me make sure Mary do the introduction.
Good evening once again. Good evening.
Good evening.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Buenas tardes. I have the distinct honor to be co-hosting tonight with my handsome friend over here. Is any handsome? Yeah. Come on. Y'all don't have to be shy. I can say that he's handsome. He knows I've been married for 30 years. So it's okay. Anyway, we are here tonight for a celebration. Celebration of a woman whom I have a lot of respect for, because she has broken the glass ceiling by being, yes, come on, you can clap a lot louder. Breaking the glass ceiling of being the first Haitian senator in Tallahassee. Isn't that great? Yeah. Come on, it takes a lot of work to get where she is. And tell you the truth, I'm humbled to be standing here tonight to introduce to you this strong woman, this fierce woman, who is not afraid actually to stand alone in Tallahassee with all those good old boys to really fight for us. I would like for you to stand on your feet and put your hands together for the one and only Senator Daphne Campbell. Okay, wasn't that great? Wasn't that great? Guess what? I have something for you before we get serious. Did y'all see the pastor getting done with the 7 Now tonight, Pastor, we're here to have fun. We're here to have a great time. There's no such thing as church. Whatever goes in here, stays in here. All right, now let's get serious.
Oh my, this has been really great so far. I'm very happy that everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. Is everybody having a good time?
Yeah.
Is everybody having a good time? Yeah. I only hear two people. Is everybody having a good time?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do better. Is everybody having a good time?
Yeah.
There you go. I thought there was something more in there. You know, at this moment, I'd like to invite Pastor Eli Safler to the podium for prayer of the moment. Thank you.
Nous avons fait un coup de prière, nous allons prendre ce pasteur qui est danser comme ça. Éternel, Dieu Tout-Puissant, grand Dieu de l'univers, nous n'avons pas de mots, nous n'avons pas de phrase à soir. Pour venir nous présenter, petit tout, une étoile brillante, cher Seigneur, pour mettre sous terre. Et le voyage est à peine commencé, et la route est encore longue. Mais nous demandons, cher Seigneur, pour combler toute bénédiction dans tout ça qu'elle a fait, dans tout ça qu'elle a entreprendre. Puis par exemple, ils ne font pas vers sans vous-même, cher Seigneur. Parce qu'en pile des fois, nous quittons connaissance, fait nous oublier côté nous sortir, mais fait nous connaître, nous avons un grand créateur qui a créé l'univers tout entier. C'est lui qui permet tout ça qu'il a fait, c'est lui toujours là avec nous. Nous demandons qu'on avec lui, cher Seigneur, parce qu'il n'ont pas. Et après nous commençons ce travail là, et nous demandons qu'à multiplier année vie, cher Seigneur. Pour qu'à faire tas parce que l'autre monde était qu'on vit en pile longtemps, cher Seigneur. Mais pourquoi nous-mêmes? Au papa avec nous comme ça diriger nous, qui est capable de prendre part dans ce sens ça, afin que chaque monde ait une joie infinie. Et c'est là pour nous prendre plaisir nous ensemble, cher Seigneur, parce qu'un jour nous va partir pour l'éternité. Mais avant ça, cher Seigneur, ça travail que nous fait, que nous avons fait avec un cœur qui ouvre. Et à faire côté que nous passons, nous sommes capables de devenir vraiment une étoile pour nous-mêmes. Nous vous remercions pour l'année qu'on a ajouté sur ce sénateur pas nous, sénateur qui n'a nous dit en créole. Cher Seigneur, avec lui, pas laisser pas complet de joie, complet de sagesse, bien en pile sagesse, cher Seigneur, afin que pour travailler capable et augmenter de jour en jour. Avec nous comme ça, nous prions au nom de ton Fils Jésus-Christ qui vient qui règne au siècle des siècles. Merci, Seigneur.
I would like at this moment to acknowledge our dignitaries, elected officials, members of the host committee that are here present. A couple of them seem to be underway. Commissioner Jean Monestin, Commissioner Francis Suarez, Marie Woodson, Chairwoman, Haitian Women of Miami. Please put our hands together for her. She's standing on the stage. Attorney Natalie Demismet of the Advocate Consulting Law Group. She's right there. May you please stand. Dr. Yenka Tella of Global Tel Education Consultancy. And yours truly, Hudson Robillard. Seriously, don't I deserve something better than that? Are you serious? On behalf of the committee, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to be here today on this special day, celebrating and honoring a special person who has committed the last 6 to 7 years to public service. And she is an exemplary of public servant in her own way for what she's done and accomplished over the years. She touches so many lives and has been there for so many in their most difficult time. Senator Campbell is a caring and loving mother who's always trying to make you feel special in her own ways, and I mean that, in her own ways. Today, Senator Campbell, I believe, lives life the only way she knows how to. And today, we're thanking God for having blessed us with her presence, for her courage, and for her devotion. To quote Maya Angelou, I have learned that people will forget what you have said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. It is our hope, purpose, and pleasure to make our Senator, Senator Daphne Campbell, feel very, very special today. Happy birthday, Senator. And we are just getting, what's the next word? There you go. We're just getting started. We're just getting started.
My name is Leslie Charles. I am very pleased to be here. In fact, it is truly an honor. In reality, before I share my piece with you guys, I would like to advise you that I am one of the members of the task force of Senator Daphne Campbell. And before I go any further, Senator, happy birthday to you once again. So with that said, please put your hands together for Kevin Malcolm and with Maya.
Good evening. Glad to be here tonight, and I want to give this time permission. Happy birthday to Senator Daphne.
Well, I hope you can overdo this or do better. We have another performer, Leslie. Please welcome to the stage. Who's going to do a poem for us. You're not going to play any instrument, no, but you're going to use your voice.
My voice.
Okay,
Yeah.
With your voice, I don't know how you're going to beat that. Please welcome Leslie to the stage.
We are poor in love, my love. Let us be rich in love. Let us be abundant in love. Let us love like love loves. Let us make love proud of our love. It's true that we are poor in love, my love. Let us not love because we can provide for each other. Let us not love because it is the right thing for others. Let us not love to make pretense for the attention of others. And surely, Senator, let us not love to eventually hate each other. My friends, it's true that we are poor in love, my love. But let us love because I am your sun and you are my moon. And without us, there is no earth. Let us love because I am the blood in your veins and you are the air in my lungs. And without us, there is no heart. Let us love because I make you want to be the best that you can be. And you make me want to be the best that I want to be. Only because we are each other better parts. Let us love because you are the only one that I want. And I am the only one that you desire. Not for what we have, but for who we are. It is true. It is true, Senator, we are poor in love, my love. But if we merge and we sink our love roots deep within the earth, like a determined oak tree, then our love will be as rich as the universe, filled with stars, Milky Ways, and life forms. Let us be rich in love. You should know that I do not want to suffocate you, but I want to be your fresh air. Because if we become the oxygen for one another, we will never run out of breath. And I do not want to own you, but I want to be a part of you. Because if we are the complete portions of each other, we will never need anybody else. And I surely do not want to enslave you, but I want to be your freedom. Because if we live freely for one another, we will never run out of space. My love, my friends, my partners, my fellow Haitians, I want you to be yourself as much with me as when you are alone with your friends, only because yourself is who myself fell in love with. It's true, people change, but please, let us remain constant with one another. And just as the sun must shine after a rainy day, there is absolutely no me without you all. Thank you very much.
Love, my love. Can we once more put our heads together for him? Oh my God, did he do a great job or what?
Anyway, no, but that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Before I go any further, I would like to acknowledge a friend of mine who came all the way from New York with her son to be here at your party, Senator. I would like for my friend Alice Lowe to stand up with her son and be acknowledged. They came all the way from New York, actually. And when I mentioned your name, she said she had to be here. So she came. Thank you so much for being here. They're all in your mouth. And also, everybody knows, the good friend of mine, the first woman that you all know, actually she doesn't even need an introduction, because when you hear the word Marlene Bassier, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Marlene, I would like to say in the acknowledgement. Tell you the truth, I would like to say one thing tonight. I would be remiss if I did not tell you exactly who Senator Campbell is. I know you were speaking English, you were speaking all the nice things and so forth, and so I'm going to tell you who this woman is really, who she is, okay? Senator Campbell is the type of senator who would go to the people's house and sit on the floor with the people and do what needs to be done. She doesn't care what time it is. It could be 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. She is there to do the work that she has been elected to do. And because of that, let me tell you something, no one can top this woman in Tallahassee, I'm telling you. But come on now, come on. You have to give credit where credit is due, okay? She talked the talk and walked the walk. She works for the people of Miami-Dade County. She doesn't go up there and sit there and be like a pushover. I've seen her in operation. I went up there recently to Tallahassee, believe me, she's a firecracker. This woman does not play. And because of that, as a woman, I'm proud to call you my senator, the one and only DAPHNE Campbell. Come on. And we are proud of you. We are glad that you are there. And we will continue because she can do the work without our support. So I'm asking you to please support this woman that I'm proud to call my senator, my sister, my friend, DAPHNE Campbell. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. Oh my God, I'm gonna try to do better. Watch. I'm going to try to do better. How about that? You know what? We're going to continue to acknowledge the people who have really made this possible tonight. Our organizing team, Mikael, Titus. Where are you?
Mikael.
Where are you? I know you know where I was going. You just stick out, right? Well, she has been amazing in assisting to coordinate this event. Definitely wouldn't be able to do it without her and all of the team who have worked to make this possible. Marjorie Paul, and I'm just going to see people around the room, and I'm going to keep calling them as I go. And again, thank you for your help. Thank you for your support in making this possible. We are also acknowledging all of our host committees who have contributed mightily to make this event possible today. And obviously, anything that you're going to do, and I learned something, one of the first things I learned in my econ class is that, trust me, there's no free lunch. How about that? All right, it's truly my pleasure I'm going to welcome someone to the stage who is, you may not know it, but I'm watching him very closely. He is by far a mentor, and I call him also, he's one of the host committee, is our Commissioner Jean-Moni's team. I'd like for you guys to put your hands together to welcome our Commissioner.
Good evening. Good evening. It's quite an honor to be here this evening in the presence of so many great people. I know one thing. If someone is able to get Mark Lapointe out of his office, that means you've put together a successful event. And I thought about calling Mark when I was asked to raise $2,500 for this event, but I decided, well, you know what, I can do this without Mark. By the time I get close to $10,000 for Senator Campbell, then if I have a little difficulty, I'll call you, because that's my goal for you for this. So it's not going to come here, it's not going to reach in one chunk, but it's coming. So I'm humbled to be here celebrating Senator Campbell's 40th birthday.
No, 60th.
60th birthday. You know, Over the last 6 years that she's been in office as a state rep, over the last year that she's been a senator, the last 6 months I would say, she's fought some very tough battle.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's great to have a community that stands with you, a team of professionals which stands with you, and a team of supporters that stands with you. I took time out of my business schedule to be here for you because you are the real deal. And I will continue to support you 1,000%. And again, all the people here is a demonstration that you've done what you're supposed to do. They want you to continue to work for them. And for as long as you stand, I'm going to be standing with you. Happy birthday, congratulations. And again, my wife sends her regards, and she looks forward to seeing you soon. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Put your hands together for the Commissioner again, once again. All right. At this time, I would like to take a quick minute to acknowledge someone who is very dear to the Senator, who is sitting in the back also. She has been a champion of yours, and she's always there for you with her husband. The lovely Rachel Tuggerman sitting in the back with her husband. Rachel, stand up to be acknowledged. And your husband, thank you. Put your hands together for her. Come on, come on. Y'all can do better than that. And I would also like to acknowledge Ms. Bernice Fidelia from the city of North Miami. Bernice, thank you for being here with us. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. And like, I'm gonna go around, but you know, please, if you don't get acknowledged, don't get upset. You all are here. I want everyone sitting in the room to pat yourself in the back for being here tonight, because it's a weeknight and you thought it was very important to be here with the Senator to celebrate. So pat yourself in the back. Come on, everyone, give yourself a pat in the back for being here. Thank you. Come on.
We'll continue the acknowledgement. We have Mayor of the City of El Portal in the house. Can you please put your hands together? Can you please stand so that everyone can see you? Commissioner from North Bay Village in the house. Can you please stand, Abraham Jackson? Any other commissioner in the house that I'm missing? I want to make sure everyone is properly acknowledged. Former state representative, Mr. Bush in the back, please put our hands together. I know Rachel may be eating, but I would like for her to say a few words. Rachel, manager of the City of North Miami Beach. I'm sorry, the Chief of Staff for the City of North Miami Beach. Let me tell you, the relationship with her has been great from the beginning. From when we had the swearing-in ceremony, we've been working very closely together in coordinating a lot of events. She is definitely on our list of one of our best individual within the different cities to work with in coordinating a number of things. And I got to tell you, a lot of other projects, programs and activities that we run, we do need facilities within the cities, because obviously the Senate office, the Senator, doesn't have access to logistic a number of things. They've been very, very, very helpful in helping us to get access to do a number of the meetings that we do. I'd like for you to put your hands together to get this acknowledgement. She's been great. Rachel, come on the stage.
Senator Daphne Campbell, today and every day of life is your day. From the bottom of our heart, we want to thank you for representing so many different municipalities. What happened recently as you won, it was a landmark decision by all of your constituents. There's over 12 municipalities, my friends, I don't know if you know this, under this lovely lady, Senator Daphne Campbell. Many people thought that she was not going to win. But she did. Her work speaks for herself. Whatever you want, whatever you need, she is there for all of us. She's a crusader, not only for the medical field, but she's a crusader for all of us. Whether it's Surfside, Bell Harbor, Miami Shores, anywhere, she is there. She does not see color. She does not see religion. She does not see ethnicity. She does not see culture. What she sees are all of us, as Dr. King said, that we're all interrelated to a single garment of destiny. And what affects our commissioner, our senator, Hudson, Marie, all of us, affects all of us at the same time. Because the bottom line, whether people like it or not, we are all human beings. And we all are brothers and sisters. And Senator Campbell has reflected that in her actions. Thank you, Senator Campbell. Thank you for passing so many legislations, beginning with the nurse practitioners. I don't know if you know this, but nurse practitioners could not give any prescriptions. Thanks to her bill, now nurse practitioners can give prescriptions. And as you know, you've been to hospitals, a lot of doctors send their nurses. But they could not give the prescription. And so, because of her, I don't know if you know this, but she's a nurse by trade. Okay? And she's totally dedicated to healthcare issues. She even selected healthcare committee with Michaela and Marjorie Leslie, and the list is beyond reason. So we want to thank you for that. We want to thank you for being a crusader, Senator Daphne Campbell, for human trafficking. I don't know if you guys know this, but she is up there in Tallahassee fighting for money so that we can catch these criminals that are stealing our children and our boys and everybody else. Human trafficking, the state of Florida is number 2. And Miami-Dade County, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, is number 1. And that is not acceptable. And Senator Daphne Campbell knows these statistics. And because she knows it, she's making sure that our kids are stopped from being robbed or taken or abducted. Let's give her a big round of applause. Missing children is also a big issue for her. Senator Campbell has talked to me about that issue. Every 40 seconds, a child is being abducted nationally. And in Miami-Dade County is alarming. If you call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, they will tell you that this here in Miami-Dade County is bad. And all her municipalities, it's bad. And she is doing something about that. Just last year, 797 kids were stolen and taken away from their families. And Senator Campbell brought that to the attention to Tallahassee. And for that, we love you for saving our children. Last but not least, domestic violence is real, my friends. It does not discriminate. It doesn't matter what color we are, what religion, because if we cut ourselves right now, we will see that we have the same blood. And Senator Campbell went to Tallahassee, fought against domestic violence, and believe it or not, the numbers are lessened. But she made sure that those criminals that abuse their spouses, whether you're a man or a woman, she made sure they're going to jail. And we thank you, Senator Campbell. We thank you for being our warrior, Senator Campbell. We thank you for being our heroine, Senator Campbell. We thank you for being you. And please stay in office forever. And if the day that you want to run for Washington, we are all here to support you in Washington. We will see you or follow you to Washington. We love you.
Now I know she's Haitian. She must be in office for life. That's low.
Please. I want a picture with her. A woman of passion, compassion, dedication, and commitment to all of us. Yes. We love you.
I got money for you. Thank you. Thank you. Rachel, if you get 200,000, how much do I get? Again, this is the type of senator that we have in office. She makes sure that those issues that are dear to her heart, that are critical, she makes sure that she invests the money where it's needed. Thank you so much, Senator. Thank you for what you do. And like Rachel said, we're going to keep you in office forever. All right. Before I pass the mic to my friend over here, I would like to acknowledge Ms. Marilyn Lawson, who is the chair of the Education and Civic Engagement. The lovely Marilyn Lawson. Believe me, the state is working very hard in the background for the senator. Put your hands together for her. Yes. She deserves it. She deserves it.
I'd like to call the mayor of El Portal, Claudia. I forgot. I always say the last name wrong. She will definitely get us to introduce herself the proper way. I apologize for that. How about that?
Cubillos. At 5'2", I'm going to hold my own microphone. And I
I really, when they asked me to talk after the chairman and after Rachel, it's a little difficult, but I'll take it on a more emotional and personal perspective. I've been elected since 2008, and I had the pleasure of meeting then Representative Campbell. And when you come from a small city like El Portal of a population of 3,000, not many people tend to pay attention to the commissioners or the mayors. But there's one thing that the representative and the senator now did, was she always gave me the time of the day, and she always made El Portal important. And to me, representing the city and having met so many people, I remember thinking, oh wow, we're important too. We're equally important as Miami-Dade County, or equally important as North Miami Beach. All these cities that generate so much revenue to the county and to the state, and sure better return on the investment and state appropriations. But Senator, and now Representative Campbell and Senator now be like, no, I got you. I'd go to Tallahassee, and she made sure that I was recognized on the floor. She made sure every single person that I touched or came across knew where El Portal was. Because if you look at the flow of everything you're hearing this evening with regards to who she is in terms of not only professionally and personally, it's that she sees us all the same, and I know she's taught me that. So it's an honor to have you as my representative, now as my state senator. I look forward to great things you have done. I'm really excited about this year. I'm a little nervous because, Governor Scott, we don't know what he's going to do yet, but, El Portal has an amazing line item of $575,000. That's right. And, yes, for our town, that's a lot of money. So I'm really excited, and that would not be possible without our senator. So even though it was an insane week, and I had a commission meeting last night that what your words said resounded deep in me in terms of like the good and the bad and what people remember, because the bad is always my fault. It's a selfless job. If I've learned anything is you gotta love what you do in public office, and you gotta do it with heart. If you don't do it with heart, you're not gonna make it. So I've learned that. I love you. Thank you. Our journey is just starting, and I can't wait for the years to come. And may God bless you with an eternal health. Continue to grow together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. We have some very special people that are going to do a performance for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Nancy St. Leger Dance Ensemble, the best there is in South Florida.
Johnny, yo. for me. Every time we take it, put on sin. Some of them wanna wine for me. Some of them will be down for me. They love the way the ladies will wine for me. Everybody now, back up. Everybody now. I like the way you do it. I need to say, I'm a ladies will wine for me.
I'd like to bring to the stage Mr. Mark Lapointe, to come and share a few words with us. Please put your hands together to welcome to the stage Mr. Mark Lapointe. So I was not meant to be part of this program.
But you are.
All I know is I ran into Senator Campbell the other day at a major compa festival. Ran into her and she says, "Hey, come to my birthday party." Of course, here I am now with a microphone in my hand. But in any event, you know, I had known Senator Campbell as much as dearly as some of you have, but I got a chance to see her, and over the years in the Haitian community, there had always been some stalwart fighters. There had always been people there, and certainly Marlene Bastien comes to mind as one of those people who have been part of the fabric, part of the foundation of our community, in terms of people who just fight, who are always fighting every time, who made it their life to fight. And you'd see them on TV, and sometimes you kind of wonder, where did they find the energy, where did they find the time? And I remember the first time I saw Senator Campbell, it was a city of North Miami, and she was protesting either a particular bill, a particular thing that was going to be, and that's right. And then she's like, okay, somebody's got to fight on this. And then the next time I saw her, and then I hadn't met her yet, the next time I saw her, it was at a different place. She didn't see me, and she's like, this is what they're doing to this community. People need to know. So there is this fight in her that certainly is very compelling. And it just, not to repeat what some of those people have said here, whatever you do in this life, there's one thing that defines the level of excellence, the level of success you do in doing it. That is one thing. It is passion. And you know the people who do things with passion, and you can see those who just simply walk through life without any passion, walk through life as if they're just living. And you see her in that passion she has. She does not suffer fools, and she certainly does not, has no fear whatsoever in basically going out there and speak to things. So for the little time that I have known her, that's all I have seen, and I'm very glad you invited me to this. Thank you very much, truly. I'd like to call the members of the host committee who are still here to come to the stage. But Dr. Yekatela, I'd like for you to come to the stage and share a few words with us. Well, they say ladies first, so Mr. Attorney.
Okay. Happy birthday, Senator. You look beautiful today. I wanted to say it was a pleasure calling everybody to try to get the money to get everything ready here. But what was wonderful about it is how many people will tell me so many good things about you every time I call. So although they couldn't be here because it is a Wednesday, but they sent their love. And that was wonderful to see, okay?
Thank you very much. Next, Dr. Yekatela. Please put your hand together for Dr. Yenka.
Thank you so much, Mr. President of the Advisory Council of Senator Campbell's District 38, right? How many of you here know that Senator Campbell is a Nigerian? How many of you know? And to prove that to you, I'm sorry, I'm not one much for formality. To prove that to you, I'm going to have my Nigerian people stand up with our princess from the distinguished Igbo tribe, Ataheze, our princess. Please, can you give us some nice African music? Okay, good.
It's not a lot of people who have actually given themselves to public service. Public service is about being a servant leader. It's not about taking all the glory for yourself. It's not about seeking self-glorification. It's about serving. So that is one thing that actually attracted the Nigerian community in South Florida to Senator Campbell. She's all about giving, giving and giving. I really appreciate you for all you have done, not just for the Nigerian community in South Florida, but for the downtrodden, not only in District 38, but in this state of Florida. For the first time ever, Nigerians were recognized in Tallahassee due to the stellar efforts of Senator Campbell. We have funding for the Nigerian Community Center due to the stellar efforts of Senator Campbell. We have partial funding for the African Museum of Arts and Culture through the stellar efforts of Senator Campbell. What do I call Senator Campbell? Not only is she Nigerian, because she knows that. We actually gave her an award. Nigerian American Foundation gave her an honorary Nigerian award.
What's the name?
Adaeze. Adaeze. That's her name. Adaeze is her name. So we are very proud that you are turning 60 today. And we know and we pray that we continue to soar and that we continue to be of service to humanity. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Let's stay together. I'd like to invite Commissioner Jean-Modestin to come back on the stage so we can take a group picture right together. Natalie, please. We're gonna do a quick group picture. You may be wondering what group is that, right? The host committee.
The money one. Okay, while we're waiting for the commissioner who's taking a picture in the back, I would like to acknowledge one young lady who has worked tirelessly for the Health Task Force Committee, Miss Marjorie Paul. She's a young leader actually who's doing a lot of great work with the senator. I would like her to be acknowledged. I would be remiss if I did not do that tonight because we know what you're doing in the background.
That's true.
All right, yes. We have to acknowledge the youngins, you know, as we will call them.
Yes. And all the members, organizing team, can you? That's right. As we continue on, I want to continue to acknowledge members of our team that I've seen here. Miriam, oh my God. Miriam, thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything. Is Marlene Paris Lawson available?
Yes, she is.
Okay, couple of minutes. I know you have a few things you want to share with us. Please come to the stage. Friends, our media, communication, thank you very much. And beautiful wife.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to say, Senator Campbell, can I have Senator's attention, please, for a minute? She'll be here until the night is over. But, I knew her from the very beginning as a state representative. My name is Marlene Paris Lawson. I am the president and owner of CRAMS Consulting. CRAMS is an acronym that stands for College Readiness, Access, and Motivational Services. When I met Senator Campbell at an event, I heard her speak and I thought, wow, 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 we've got a winner. And then after the event, I went up to her and introduced myself and told her what I did. And at the time I was working, I was the project manager for scholarship and mentoring program at Miami-Dade College, Take Stock in Children. And I told her that I had 700 kids that were college bound, that had full scholarships to college. And I said that I currently work with a lot of kids from the under-resourced schools, predominantly Haitian kids. And I said, I always look for speakers. Would you mind coming to speak to my students? And she said, not a problem, anytime, give me a call. And you know, sometimes people say, give me a call, or here's my card, and you call them and they're not available. Well, this lady came on a Saturday morning and spoke to my kids and showed them that they too can make it to wherever they want to be. That's right. And then following that, I had one of my students that called me and said, Mrs. Lawson, I was so inspired by this lady. And he said to me, he was a rising 9th grader at the time, and he said, could you help me get an internship with her? Yes. And I said, I can only try. I called her. She scheduled us to come in. We had an appointment and we showed up. And she embraced my student, my son, my child. They all are my kids. And she embraced him like her very own. And immediately she put him to work. And this kid, at the end of the day, he called me and said, Mrs. Lawson, thank you so much. And she did not treat him as any kid. She gave him responsibilities. And not only that, she took him on to meetings with her. And at the time, I was blown away. I didn't expect that. She created a space for him. Senator Campbell, I can tell you, that summer you made this kid's life. You literally impacted his life so much that just a few days ago he graduated from Syracuse University. And this kid is a future human rights attorney. Wow. And when he was on his way back here, that's why he couldn't be here to thank you in person. But when I told him I was coming, he said, please be sure to tell her how grateful I am for all that she poured into me and for her for being such a great role model. I often refer to you, when I speak about you, I often refer to you, and I'm going to say this, unapologetically, because that's who you are. You never apologize for who you are. I refer to you as a bulldog. And you are my favorite bulldog. And the reason, and I say this with a lot of affection, a lot of respect, because when you go out to fight, in the arena that you are in, you have to be a bulldog. When you are fighting for the cause and justice, you have to be a bulldog. We've sent a handful of us to Tallahassee. Many of us become one-term senators, not senators, you're the first senator, but one-term public servant. But they were not true public servants. We sent you to Tallahassee to take care of our business. And you became the people's representative. You never apologized for who you were and for who you fought for. You always remembered that you worked for us and made no apologies for that. And every single time I call on you for anything, you always stepped up to the plate and said, Marlon, get behind me. I got this. Let me take this over. You've always made every cause your personal cause. And for that, I respect you. I honor you. I admire you. And most of all, I love you and I celebrate you. Happy birthday.
All right. Let me tell you, I can't continue on without doing this. I gotta acknowledge my parents who are in the room. Madame Christiana Seffler, Aglaide, Eli, thank you guys for coming. You guys have been great. Thank you very much.
Well, I would like to say that you did a fine job raising this young man over here. And you, I'm telling you, you have done a fantastic job. He is well-rounded. I'm telling you, he's an entire great package. Thank you for that, okay? Women, I'm all for it. Because don't we do it better than men? Sorry, no offense, okay? No offense. Yes, we do, we do. I know we have been here for a while. And if you do not know Senator Campbell by now, I don't know what else it would take for you to know this woman. Don't you think you know her better now? Yes. Don't you know the one? Come on. And Marilyn, that was lovely. You were right on point. That was lovely, girl. Believe me, I'll vote for you, okay? I will vote. You have my vote. All right. Senator Campbell, the room is so full of love, and you know that we all love you so dearly. Your work speaks for itself. Okay? It does. You don't fake it. You are the real deal. You are 100% woman. Yes. You are 100% an elected official. Yes. And you are 100% the people's person. Yes. You speak numbers. Okay? You speak quality. Numbers, those numbers, they have names. Those names have stories. And you have a lot of stories. And we will remember you with those stories. And those stories are real. They're not fake. They are real. So we thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. At this time, it is my pleasure to bring this fierce woman, lovely woman, great senator, a woman who is not afraid of the heat. I'm telling you, I've seen her in operations. She's not afraid of the heat. And I know you have been waiting to hear from her. Let's stand up and put your hands together for the Senator DAPHNE Campbell. Come on. Stop your feet. Come on. You're tired or something? Come on.
Looks like a girl, but she's a flame. So bright she can burn your eyes. Better look the other way. You can try, but you'll never forget her name. She's a Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to our senator. Happy birthday to you.
It came true.
You don't have to share it.
My wish is to be long. In your heart.
In your heart.
Washington, 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 Washington.
I don't know what to do. Make your wish.
That's my wish for
In
you.
your heart.
Yes, that's Thursday.
There you go.
Come and say something about your sister, Daphne Campbell. I love you and you love me. Come on.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We're gonna celebrate your party with you.
Good evening. Sometimes people talk about others and say great things because the person is in the room or is around. But people in the community say good things about Senator Campbell, whether she's in the room or whether she's somewhere else.
Yes.
Why? Because she's one of the rare elected officials who really took her job seriously and spent her time in office to serve. And that is the difference. Let me give you a quick example of Senator Campbell, and which is why a few years ago we gave her the award from Haitian Miami, Haitian Women of Miami, gave her an award, and we deemed her Député Peuple. She was still a state representative at the time. But it is because no matter what time it is, no matter it's a weekday or weekend, when we call Senator Campbell, then Deputy Campbell, State Representative Campbell, she shows up. And one of the times she really stood up for us, which really endeared her to me, is when we were fighting to keep some homeowners, mobile homeowners in their home. They were about to break down one of the mobile homes on a Saturday. Since our office was very close and sometimes we do work on Saturdays, they called us. We ran over there, and then who do you think we called? Deputy Campbell at that time. We called Deputy Campbell on a Saturday, guys. Guess what? In less than an hour, she showed up.
That's right.
You remember that?
Yes.
She showed up to the mobile home. And then she helped us. She worked with the mayor who's sitting in the room.
That's right.
She worked with the mayor. And not only that she showed up, she made sure that our homeowner
found a place to stay, food to eat with herself, with themselves and their families. And the second time, the second example I wish to give you is when we were fighting for the black Dominicans who were being evicted, expelled from the Dominican Republic. There again, whenever we called Deputy Campbell then, Senator Campbell now, she showed up. We went to meet with the Consulate Corps on Brickell. Guess who? The only Haitian American elected official who was with us at that time. Guess who it was?
Daphne Campbell.
Who was it?
Daphne Campbell.
So I rest my case. When you see all these people, coming and then talk about Senator Campbell, talk about her work in the House and now in the U.S. In the State Senate. It is because she not only talks the talks. She doesn't only talk the talk. She walks the walk. So we love you. We admire you, young lady.
I love that.
Nous admirons et puis nous sommes exemple. Si tu as élu dans son jour, nous avons connaît même gens, nous avons agi même gens. Parce que vous pas quitter position, faire étudier.
Yes.
Ou là pour le peuple là. Et c'est ça. Si tout officiel élu agit dans le monde, on a besoin de penser à toi, candidat.
There you go.
Parce que you do what you're supposed to do. And when we need you, you are there to serve the people. That's what it's all about. Serving the people.
Yes. Amen.
I've had the privilege of traveling throughout the district with her in the various churches in the community. And I can tell you that I have learned to appreciate Senator Campbell for her commitment. When she gets on an issue, it's like a pit bull has found a piece of meat that won't let go.
Amen.
And she stays with that issue until it's completed. Sometime on Sunday morning, we travel together to the various churches, particularly in the black district. Now, I know she's the first Haitian American senator, but in the African American community, they are just as crazy about her as y'all are here tonight. And I think that speaks volume. That speaks volume of her and her heart. So I'm honored to call her my friend, Senator Campbell. And I'm looking forward to not only working with her as a candidate going back to Tallahassee. I served 10 years in the Florida House. I'm looking forward to going back to serve with her in Tallahassee, and then I want to be able to work behind her and to push her so when she goes to Washington, she can deal with those issues you just mentioned there. We gonna send her to Washington one day. Not yet, but we're gonna one day send her to Washington because she has what it takes, the fire, and I'm serious about this. I've heard her. She stays on her knees. She prays a lot. Most of you don't know that, but this lady prays a lot. She's a true Christian, and I think for that she deserves a round of applause. And I'm going to just say this, and then I'm going to say this is your night. This is your night. I'm going to say this, that I appreciate her. I'm looking forward to continue to work with her. And I'm asking y'all to do the same thing. Let's give it for, and happy birthday on your 60th birthday. May God bless you, may He keep you.
Hi. A couple weeks ago, at about 3 a.m. or so, I sent Daphne Campbell an email titled Urgent. I needed her to show up to an event that day for ribbon cutting. And the ribbon cutting was for a pop-up kitchen in a pop-up park in the center of Miami. And that couldn't be it couldn't even be more insignificant. The park won't be there, the kitchen is mobile, but, it's urgent. I needed Senator Daphne Campbell for the ribbon cutting. And she showed up. And people don't. She called
when I got the email.
she took the time to read the email and confirm and show up. And so sometimes, you hear everyone saying she shows up. She shows up. And I'm so happy to show up for you on your 60th birthday party. And just to see how beautiful you are tonight, and just see you smiling and dancing and happy, and see how many people showed up for you, because you're a beautiful, beautiful person. And I'm so happy.
Dr. Chilino, come on stage, please. Yes, Dr. Chilino. Come fast.
Thank you. Actually, Senator Campbell is the third representative I lost for. I will mention two more. And it went on for a whole year. They didn't help me until I made her. And I thank God. I mean, you wouldn't believe it was impossible that we went to Tallahassee that she did it. I was like, oh, God works in mysterious ways, and I want to thank God first, and also her that she had the boldness to go ahead, and it just completely took off all over the senators and House of Representatives, and it was amazing, and I thank God for life. Okay, thank you for.
So, you guys see who is your senator? Yeah. You guys see who will be representing you in Tallahassee? I thank you all for coming tonight. I really thank from the bottom of my heart my team. Come on, Marilyn. Where's everyone from the task force? Come over. No, stay there. Don't go nowhere. Everyone from the task force, come on stage, please. I thank you guys for everything. Oh, Dr. No, Doc, come over. I thank you guys, Dr. Yanka, my Nigerian sisters, brothers and sisters. I thank all of you for loving me. I think, come on guys, come. Hudson, Mommy, Hudson is not yours, it's mine. You just borrow Hudson from me. That's my son. He watches me.
No, I can't do it. I am really glad with my favorite senator in Florida, the best senator, Campbell. And thank you for her support to foreign healthcare professionals. Thank you, Daphne, to the president for you.
Oh my God!
Open the box.
Oh, you want me to open the box?
Open the box. Let me hold for you.
Want me to open the box? Hold it.
Open it.
Oh my God! And money is in it too.
I got the check.
Yeah, money inside. Money inside.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry for that.